again to my channel. Today we'll be looking at how to move, copy, and rotate. This is basic in AutoCAD. We are still covering the basics of AutoCAD, and we have not got into the intermediate yet. So this is still a beginner training. And we'll look. So how do you move, copy, and rotate? I've already pre-drawn some things here, simply to make the drawing, to make the video not too long and boring. And some of the things here are things you already, I think I've taught how to do arc. And then this is a line. I don't know if I've done square and rectangle, but that's easy. In case you're not, that's just easy, okay? But I don't want to, dwell into this. This is a window, pre-drawing. So let me start by saying that all these commands are modify commands. Some of the things we have done so far are majorly draw commands. But what we're doing today is modify command. We're looking at move, we're looking at copy, and we're looking at rotate. So let's start with move. So if I click on move now, I've activated the move command. So for you to move an object, you first of all select it. When you select it, you hit enter, and then the next use your mouse to pick it. Wherever I move it now is where it will go. If I want to move this other one, I go to again, click on move, highlight what I want to move, click enter, then pick it up and move it to where I want it to go. Okay, so let's work with some of this object here too. I can go to move here, pick this. Okay, now because I want to move it from here to here, I will first of all make sure that I put this object snap on so that I'll be able to pick it from this edge and be able to move it and I touch this edge. Okay, then I do the same thing. I move, highlight what I want to move, pick it, and then drop it here. Okay, now I can use this to design a stand for it. Let's say maybe this is a tank. So I come with a move, pick this, then pick it from this edge and then join with this edge. I want it to be a stand. Then I go to copy. Now the difference between move and copy is that you use, like you see, you use a move to move an object from where it is to where you want it to be. You use copy to replicate an object, duplicate an object. Okay, so that's what we'll be doing next. So if I go here again and click on copy, what do you want to copy? You highlight. So, and I want to pick it from this end. So I bring it here. So you see, this time, this is not just this, the original object remains, which means what I just did is copy, not move. So I can also copy the whole object, highlight the whole of it, and then move it from this point to this point. Okay, now, but let me use move again. I copy the whole thing and then use move to bring it here. I just want it to be a stand, maybe to this. Let's say this is a compressor tank. Okay, so we'll now move it. So this is the stand, this is the tank itself. Okay, so we can also move the whole object by simply highlighting all of it, click enter, and then move it from here to say here. Okay, that's very, very important. So you can move an object from one point to another. You can also copy an object. For instance, we can copy the whole object. Like if you are doing a project that requires this compressor tank in so many places, we simply need to create it, then copy it and move it to locations where we want them to be. So When you're moving an object from a location to another. When you are copying, you are duplicating an object from where it is to other locations where you want that object to be. Okay, so let's quickly look at rotate now. If I want to rotate this object now, I come to modify, click on rotate. Select the object I want to rotate. I highlight this. I want to rotate it, and I click enter. Then from what point do you want to rotate it? I can say from this point, and then you can now determine how you want to rotate it. I can say I want to rotate it this way. So now instead of facing down, it's facing up. We can also rotate it by specifying an angle. So I highlighted it, specify base point. I say this is my base point, and I can say I rotate it 90 degrees from the base point. So you see it. This is the base point. So it rotated from this base point and it rotated 90 degrees. Okay. So I can also be looking at rotate. So you click on rotate, select this object. We want to rotate this, to a predetermined angle to be parallel to this. Remember I said that I draw this to 45 degrees. So what I simply need to do is to select my base point. Okay, reference, click on reference, and then you see specify reference angle. So I just type 45 and I hit enter twice. So you say this has been now rotated to align parallel to this, because this align 45 degrees, align parallel to this. Okay, so that rotate. Okay, this is just a window, so we can move it by selecting the whole of it and then bring it here. We can also, if in the project we need maybe more of these windows, having created the first one, we can now use copy. We can now use copy to now replicate the number of these windows that we actually need. Okay. So, and then of course, if this window, of course, window is always parallel. But if it needed to be aligned to an angle, please, we can still use rotate. First of all, we highlight the whole. Okay, specify our reference point or basic point, and then reference, and then let's say already there's 35 here. So if I can say, okay, let me use a different angle. Let me say 90 degrees, which is exact. But definitely, it's important to know that windows are not installed this way. But this is just teaching, so you can rotate it to any angle you specify. Thank you for watching. If you have a question, just drop a question at the comment. We are continuing with the basics, and the next 2 3 days, I'm going to come up with another basics that will help you. By the time we finish this, like I said, you will master AutoCAD completely. Thank you for watching.